there, future video star. Before you even think about starting to go on video, there are things that you need to know. But today I'm going to show you 5 things that you must know before you go on video. The first thing I want you to think about before you go on video, which isn't part of the 5 things, is why are you going on video? How do you want to make your audience feel? And what do you want them to do after they've listened to you? Just think about that for a second. Okay, now let's get into the lesson. 5 things that you need to know before going on video. 1, you need a well thought out script. 2, you need an effective practice system. 3, you need to be able to tell great stories. 4, you need to be able to detach yourself, which means don't make it about you. 5, you need to be able to engage with your audience. Master your message so you can show up authentically, powerfully, with authority. Most people fail to think through their story. I'm gonna make a video, and then they press record, and then they just let whatever they're thinking just fall out of their mouth. No, we're not going to do that. There's 5 things that you must know before you go on video. And number 1, being able to have a script. Well, me and my team, we actually create you a personalized script. If you think of Barack Obama, somebody like him, he goes on and addresses the nation. He has a script writer, somebody who writes everything that he says so that he says the right things at the right time with the right pauses. Some presidents, though, that just say whatever falls out of their mouth. And we've seen that. It's disastrous. You don't want to do that. Then you've got number 2, effective practice system. Being able to practice is so important. So many people think, oh, they're just natural. No, they're not. They're practice. I used to be a dancer and we used to train behind the scenes in private so that when we go on stage we could be celebrated in public. It's about doing the work, practicing, repetition, rehearsing. In dancing we had muscle memory. The more and more you do things over and over again and drill it into your body, it means that when you actually go on stage, you don't even have to think about what move's coming next because it just happens in your body. Same thing happens when you're going on video. If you have a practice system and you're able to practice, when you go on video, it looks to everyone else that you're just a natural and it just fell out of your mouth, but really you practice. Number 3, great storytelling. Being able to share stories that are relevant to your audience. That's why it's so important that you're able to share stories that make sense. If you just tell a random story that has no relevance, that doesn't connect to your overall message, it's like, what was the point of that? So being able to share great stories. They say that facts tell and stories sell. Telling great stories, absolutely. And then number 4, being able to detach yourself. Detach from it being about you and make it more about the people that you serve. When you can detach yourself, it's about how are my audience gonna feel when I speak to them? How am I gonna serve my audience? And it's great when you stop thinking about you and you start thinking about them, is that it becomes less stressful, it becomes easier because you're not picking at yourself. You're actually so focused on serving that you forget that it's you who is the messenger. You are the vessel for your message. And lastly, number 5, you have to engage with your audience. You have to be able to engage with them. And the best way you can engage with them is going to be a bonus. So it's the bonus, it's the overarching thing, the thing that I talk about more than anything, your ideal customer avatar. If you want to engage with your audience, you need to know who your audience is. And for you to know who your audience is, you have to have put yourself in their shoes. You have to know what their hopes are, what their fears are, what their dreams are, what their worries are. What keeps them up at night? What do they talk about? What do they think about? What do they wish was available for them? And then you have to then take the time to walk in your customer's shoes, see the world through their eyes and be able to really understand what they need, and then you can engage with them because you will know them. You won't be pretending, you really will know who you're talking to, so that whenever you speak, the words that you say resonate. So those are my 5 tips on what you need to know before you go on video. And if you like this and any of this added value to you, then I'd like to invite you to click on the link. You're gonna get to work with my fabulous team. My fabulous team will sit with you. We will help you carve out your ideal customer. We'll help you think about your messaging so that when you leave the call with us, you will have clarity. You will have a clear idea on who you're speaking to and the kind of messages and stories that you're going to share. I hope those 5 tips helped you. Let's just recap what those 5 tips were. Number 1, you need a script. Number 2, you need effective communication. Number 3, you need to be able to tell great stories. Number 4, you have to be able to detach yourself. Make it not about you, make it about them. Number 5, engage with your audience. And we'll add another hand, just hands, because I gave you the bonus. The bonus is being able to know who you're speaking to, which is creating your ideal customer avatar. That's the first place to really start. If you'd like to do that, then you know what to do. Click on the link, book in with us, free 30-minute strategy story call. Are you ready? If you're ready to become the future video star and you want to crush it on camera, then this is your opportunity. Click the link.